As you can see, I'm at the Temple of Poseidon on a boat. So once again, my friend is sailing in Greece this year and has very generously offered to take me to a few places. So this is our first stop. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening, and we're gonna have dinner here in a little bit, and we're gonna sleep here in the bay and then head to Tzia tomorrow. Surprisingly, there are very few other boats here. I've been up the temple before, and there were like 50 or 60 boats down here in this bay, and I think there's maybe 6 or 7, including us. So it's really nice, and hopefully we'll get some good sleep here. And the sunset should be spectacular. We made it to Tzia early this morning and have been having a very lazy day here on the boat, just kind of swimming and resting because we left at 6 a.m. and it took us about 3 hours. And now we're just watching everybody come in for the day. It's very, very windy out, so we're gonna be here for a while. So you're gonna get to see hopefully a lot of Tzia. And it's really nice here. I've been here before, but it's been a long time, so I'm excited to be here. It's a nice spot to be for the boat. We have finally decided to come into town. Just have to show you how many boats there are. You know, for a while we were very few, and now there's tons. It's so nice. I think the high today was like 30, 31, so much cooler. And there's been this nice breeze in here all day. And the water was really nice to swim in. Not cold, not hot, it was perfect. It was very refreshing. We did eat dinner on the boat, so we're just coming in to walk around, and I need to get some water. Lots of shops and restaurants, lots of boats, and it's still fairly early, so people aren't quite eating yet. But it's really nice. Nice little town. Kalimera. So overall, we slept pretty well. However, there was a club that started at like 1 o'clock in the morning, went out until 3. But it was calm. The water was nice and calm. So, and it's a beautiful morning, and we're walking to go get some breakfast. Here is my breakfast, and I love that it's Greek peach season because my yogurt has peaches on it, and kiwis, and apples and bananas, and that's an amazing looking coffee. We've been seeing these white things while we've been sitting on the boat. We thought they were ducks, but we got over here and they're geese. They were hiding under the tree, but now that we've been here, they've come out and honking at us like they were gonna attack. Oh, there are ducks. Good morning, guys. Not from the boat. I am up in the hora of Tzia, which is called Aludia. I'm not saying that correct, I know that. But it's up in the hills of Tzia. There is a bus, but it doesn't come till later in the day. So I called a taxi and came up that way. I'm hoping to take the bus back. So, but I've been up here before, and it's a nice little town. Walk around for a little while, maybe have something to eat. And there is an archaeological museum. So if it's open, I'll go in. I normally can't film in there, but I'll take some pictures probably. So let's see what happens. Believe it or not, this is where the bus picks up, and it comes up the hill and it backs in and then goes back down. It's kind of crazy. There is a ancient lion sculpture that you can walk to, but it is a 20-minute walk, and it's a little bit already hot. So I don't think I'm gonna walk to it today. I also have to catch the bus back, so my time schedule kind of makes that difficult. So, but I think I have a picture of it somewhere because I have been here before. So if I can find it, I'll put it in here. It's a really cool town to see with all the houses built into kind of the side of the hill. A lot of places it's like that, but you can't see it when you're in the town, but here you can. I'm up here in the morning, and it does feel kind of like most of the things are going to be open later. Like I'm seeing all the shop signs and they say they open at 6. So if you want to do shopping and eat, then I would come in the evening. But if you want to go to the museum, you got to come during the day because it closes at 3:30. So it's kind of a mixed bag. But because the bus comes, and the bus does have a better schedule in the evening, you could come up in the day and then you could go back down and come back in the evening. What a nice little place to have a restaurant. Oh, and this is the Demos, like the city hall. Oh, that's really nice. And it has a sign. Let's go read the sign. Okay, not all of the services are still here, but some of them are. But it is the historic town hall. The square used to be called Agios Eleftherios Square. It was built in 1902 by Ernst Ziller. So, really beautiful. Tzia is interesting because it's part of the Cycladic, but sometimes it doesn't feel like it, like this building, and then other times, like the whitewashed buildings, it does. Amazing views of the valley and the sea from here. And it's nice and breezy up here. Like it's not hot, but like with the humidity, it feels like my face is sweating. But the breeze feels good up here because it's above kind of everything else. Excuse me. I love this. It's definitely one of those villages that you could wander around and get lost in. I kind of don't want to wander too far because I'm afraid I might not be able to find my way back before the bus goes. I love the building colors. Very nice. I wouldn't normally worry about getting lost. I actually encourage it on these Greek islands a little bit because sometimes you find things that you didn't know existed. The good thing is if you're walking to the lion, there are signs everywhere pointing the way. So you just need to look for the hiking paths sign and you can walk to the lion. This is super charming. So pretty, so quiet, nice, lovely breeze. So this is the museum. I did go inside and take some pictures. It's a great little museum. There are some unique statues on the second floor. I've never seen them anywhere in Greece. They've never found any more like them here in Greece. So they're very interesting looking. This is the outside in case you're looking for it. And it's just on the main pathway here. What I thought was interesting was that the things on the second floor where the statues of the women are at a site called Agiorini, which is near the church where our sailboat is. And I noticed they have marked it off with a fence and stuff. So I'm gonna try to go over there sometime this week and take a look. I don't think I can go inside, but I might be able to walk around the outside and see what I can see. The last time I came, and when I came this time, I went right when I came into the village. And so I decided I would look the other direction a little bit because I could see there was stuff over here. I think it's mostly houses. And I just thought I'd quickly look through. Look at this bougainvillea. That's impressive. Really cute little church here. So I have about 30 minutes to kill before the bus, so I thought I would sit in the shade and have a coffee and watch people go by and just kind of enjoy the cool mountain breeze. I really wish there had been some things open to eat because I kind of wanted to have lunch up here, but it's a little bit too early for Greeks to eat lunch. Even for me, even though I'm, kind of hungry, it's a little bit abnormal for me to want to eat this early, but being on the boat, we wake up very early with the sunrise, so it happens. Anyway, that was really nice to sit there. So nice and cool up here with the breeze. It feels fantastic. So I'm going to head back down to the bus. I need to go to the supermarket, so I'm hoping the bus will stop there, so I've got to check that. If not, I'll be taking a taxi. So the only thing about not being in the marina is that my friend has to row ashore to come get me with all the groceries. So here I am on the beach with the groceries, but that's okay. Usually the marina is very warm and it is over there. There's no breeze. We've gone over there. Like when I had breakfast, it was very hot. And the club is over there, which did play last night, but I slept through most of it, I think. Actually, we had competing. There was a club, and this restaurant over here also was playing music. I haven't really filmed too much on the boat because when we get on the boat, we're pretty much just sitting here and doing our thing. Sometimes we go for a swim. My friend is listening to a YouTube video. I'm reading a book. It's not super exciting. And we've actually been eating on the boat like 98% of the time. I think the breakfast is the only thing I've had off the boat. But it's nice. You can see there's a breeze. It's a little bit hotter today, but the breeze will pick up again tomorrow. It's still really windy out in the unprotected areas. Once the weather finally lets up, which hopefully will happen this week, we'll go back to Athens. But it's been nice to just kind of sit here and do nothing per se. So this is where those pottery statues came from. So this is the temple of Agia Irene, and this is the modern church over here. You can't go inside, but if you go to the museum and then come here or vice versa, you should have a good idea of what you're looking at. You can walk around the edge though. And my friend snorkeled over here the other day and said that there were just big stone slabs in the water that are obviously not natural. You might be able to see it in the video right there. So we kind of think that maybe the site extended a little bit further out of the water, and you can see stones here that are similar to the stones inside. See the walls, kind of the same stone. It's quite a lot, vast, and apparently what I read in the museum is it's not all excavated, so it must be very large. They stopped excavating, I believe, I remember from yesterday, in 1980. So I don't know why it's not open to the public. Maybe they just don't have enough money to preserve it enough for people to walk around in it. But it's very cool. And we can see it from the boat. This looks like the side where it's not as excavated. This is interesting. I don't know if that's a pile or the remains of something else. Definitely in the water on this side. The gate to the modern church is open, so walking around the outside of it to see more of the backside of the ruins. Figure out what these little towers, circular towers are. There was another one over there, and I see 2, 3 more over there. Anybody have any ideas? And there's another one over there. It's like a chimney. I guess it could be. The sounds you're hearing now is the engine and the anchor coming up. We've actually been stuck here for longer than we planned. When we decided to leave, after we left Athens, we noticed the weather forecast was going to get really bad. And even when we made the crossing from the Temple of Poseidon to here, the waves were high. Not super high, but high for this smaller boat. And we think the weather is better today, so we're going to attempt to go now. Well, you might have noticed we didn't actually end up leaving. So we got about an hour out, and the waves became way too high for the small sailboat, so we opted to turn around and come back. I desperately need to get back because I need to work. So I'm going to take the ferry back tonight. The weather's supposed to be much better tomorrow, so my friend's going to come back to Athens on his own. I feel a little bit bad about that, but he gets it. Anyway, so I have gone ashore to get a few things for him for his sail back, and then later today I will take the ferry back to Lavrio, because from Tzia you can only go to Lavrio. I wish it went to Piraeus, but it doesn't. Anyway, so I'm having a pistachio ice cream and while I wait for my friend to come back to pick me up. And yeah, and I've never been to Lavrio, and I've never taken this ferry before, which is the Mari Express. So while I'm not going to do like a full review, I will share with you guys when I get on, because I'm interested to see what it looks like and interested to see what Lavrio looks like. I have made it down to Corissa, which is where the port is, and there is a beach here in town. However, one day when we went by on, like, in a taxi, when the waves were really high out in the harbor, this was really rough. Like, I would not have wanted to swim here. The other things that I've noticed is that the bus schedule is really limited, even though it's August. So I had to take a taxi many places. So that kind of adds to the expense. And there are only 6 taxis on the island, I asked. So if you need to be somewhere on time, you need to book them in advance. This ferry was so nice because it was not crowded at all like the other ferries to the Cycladic. And as you can see, the waves are quite big. They were even bigger when we tried to leave on the sailboat. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.